Let's talk a little playoff football. It's on the horizon here this weekend with Nick Eatman, covers the Cowboys, has for a couple decades now for the team's website. I am Adam Kaufman, and Nick, of course, regular season's in the books. It was a successful one for Dallas, 12-5, NFC East champs, and now onto the wild card round. And what's really been an iconic postseason rivalry against San Francisco here. This is a team you didn't see in the regular season, though. So what's the outlook? What's the mood around the team?
Well, I mean, I think the mood is just excitement, just to be in the playoffs and end on a positive note, beating Philly the way they did, even though that game, it did mean a lot for the Cowboys. We didn't know it would, but like they went in there to win thinking, hey, if the AFC West turns upside down and gets crazy, then it'll help us. And that's exactly what happened. So you got to give the Cowboys coaching staff credit for treating that game with the importance to go out and win, and now here they are. And I think it's the analogy that I say is maybe a team that's going to go face a SEC team, fast pace with a lot of great athletes, good team, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, actually you're going to go play a Big Ten team, a good Michigan State, Iowa, whatever type team, still tough, still physical. Just a different type of game. I think that's what's going to face the Cowboys here. Just a different game with San Francisco, fist fight type game.
Well, the DraftKings Sportsbook, Nick, has Dallas favored by 3 points right now. The over-under is set right around 51 points. Are you also expecting a close, high-scoring game?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's high-scoring to me. That's 27-24 type game, I guess, if my math is right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think it'll be that type of game, like just an entertaining one. The thing that's interesting about the 49ers, they were down 17-0 to the Rams and got back in the game by doing what they do, running the ball. A lot of teams would abandon their run. So they don't abandon what they do. You have to really get up by a lot of points for them to kind of change. And so that they're going to keep playing that way. I think for the Cowboys, they're going to have to score. And if it does get into a high scoring game, then I'd like the Cowboys' chances more, just because, it'll be harder for San Francisco to get back in the game. But, it's going to be fun. There's no doubt about it. It's going to be a fun game.
I mentioned it before. This Dallas team didn't see San Francisco all year, so there's obviously a newness going into this one. And as we know, the Niners, they finished really strong. They won 7 out of their last 9 games. Dallas, as we talked about plenty over the course of the year, week to week, a little bit up and down in that second half, though clearly a great week 18, so maybe building off a little bit of momentum. But what's the top priority going into this one in terms of containing San Francisco?
You gotta stop the run early in the possession, and you got to put the ball in Jimmy Garoppolo's hands to try to beat you. And he can. He's serviceable. He's good. He's not the greatest quarterback. Probably if he was, the 49ers wouldn't have drafted one as high as they did. He doesn't seem to be their future, but he's the best guy that they've got right now. And as long as I don't know if bus driver is the right term. I don't ever consider that a bad term. To me, I like the term. I mean, I think all quarterbacks are bus drivers. Some of them drive faster than others. Some of them are more reckless. Some of them have watched the movie Speed, and some people haven't. Either way, you got to drive the bus. Sometimes you gotta floor it, and I think that he does that. That's the type of quarterback he is. They've got us to get off the field and stop the run, though.
Your quarterback is, I thought you were going to say, like, some people have seen the movie Speed and some people live it. Dak Prescott obviously had a very good season, as we know, the 5 touchdown passes in that regular season finale against Philadelphia. So does the 51 points, does it mean anything going into the postseason other than just, I don't know, a confidence booster?
Well, I think what it was, I mean, the 51, he got out of control there at the end of the game, and they were able to score those, but 30 at the half. I mean, that's when they were really throwing the ball well, and that's the big key for me is Dak threw the ball better than he's thrown it in a while, and that's more of the confidence. It doesn't matter who you're going up against. We've seen great throws against air. I mean, it was some great throws out there. I feel like even with Michael Gallup down, Cedric Wilson has stepped right in. and they still have a very potent offense. So I just would like the way that Dak threw it. He ran the ball pretty well. He seems to be as healthy as he's been. So it should be a good situation, heading into this game as far as where their offense is.
That offense, it wasn't a lot of fun in 2020, Nick. 2021, obviously a much better story. Both sides of the ball, actually. The defense really improved, as we know as well, but particularly the offense. 530 points. That's a new franchise record, of course, with the Week 18 mixed in there for the first time as well. 22 different guys scored touchdowns for the Cowboys also. So, that's the big picture focus. That's the broad brush. Narrowing it down to Sunday here against San Francisco. Who's a good fantasy play?
I like Dalton Schultz again. I think the way that they're going to get after the Dak, they're going to pressure him a lot, and by doing that, you got to get your safety valve. You got to the security blanket, and that's something that Schultz has done a really nice job lately, especially running the red zone as well. So I think he's a guy that could rack up a few catches and maybe some touchdowns here. Everybody else, they just mix in so many more players. Zeke and Pollard are going to run. The receivers, he spreads it around. But I think that Schultz probably has the best chance in that group to, really make some plays and probably get in the end zone when we get down in the red zone.
Dak Prescott last year only played in 4.5 games before the season-ending injury, and of course this year makes it all the way through and was really solid, north of 4,000 passing yards, 37 touchdown passes. That's a new team record for the Cowboys as well. So sorry, Tony Romo. What are you thinking? Is he comeback player of the year in the NFL?
I mean, I think it's a two-man race right now. I don't really know anybody else other than Joe Burrow who you would give that to. Burrow's got some really good stats as well. I'd probably give it to Dak just because that injury was pretty gruesome, and it was one where you kind of wondered, what he was going to do. And I guess you can make the same for Burrow. I mean, I would be good either way. I just feel like, I feel like either one of them should get it. Maybe they give it to both of them as well. I'm not really sure, but yeah, I mean, he's worthy of winning the award to comeback because it's been a great comeback for him. And he's
Burrow didn't quarterback a 12-5 team.
Say it again.
Burrow didn't quarterback a 12-5 team.
He didn't. What were they, 11-6?
Yeah, something like that.
Let's give it. Okay. Well, cast your vote then.
That's right.
I mean, he also didn't throw for 5,000 yards or whatever. I mean, Burrow was amazing. And also, here's another thing about that too. I saw Dallas play Cincinnati last year. Neither quarterback was playing in the game, and Cincinnati they were a train wreck, and so was Dallas. But they still beat them pretty good. I mean, Burrow, just from an MVP type thing, to go in and carry and lift the Bengals to that level, that's pretty special too. So, and you can make the same case for Dak. I mean, the Cowboys struggled, and now look where they are. So, man, I don't know. I mean, working for Dallas, I'm going to vote for Dak, but I could see where that would be a tough one.
You're probably happy we're just not talking about the Andy Dalton Bowl anymore.
You're right. That was not the best game ever, but whatever.
On to next week, obviously Sunday, big wild card round matchup against the Niners for the Cowboys, and I guess I have to say it at this point in the year, Nick. Hopefully, we talk to you again next week. Best of luck.
All right, appreciate it.